Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned already, so as a fresher, you need to focus on these things. One is like core language, maybe core Java or Python or C, and you need to focus on second, as I mentioned, project. What you are doing in the project, I mean that college level. So please focus on that. And third thing, obviously, communication and the project. See, if you start analyzing and implementing the project with your own knowledge or with your own hands from today itself or to the project submission, it is a huge time. Like instead of just coming 2 days before the college submission, and if you just dump the code into your system and copy that and carry to the college, it is not making any sense of that, and it doesn't give any confidence also. But if you start working or if you start practicing from today itself or now itself, it will give you a more knowledge about the project along with the technology. Like we have good amount of time, so spend more on that along with your academics. See, definitely I can agree with you, you have parallel academics, so that's why you maybe you couldn't spend much on time on the project compared to academics, but spend at least week, like day, alternative days, or maybe at least 1 hour per day, like that. So but that wrap up, that continuity will give you a more confidence or more what we can say, that knowledge on the project, what you are going to be doing or what is there in the project, what are the functional requirements we have in the project, what are the non-functional requirements we may focus. So generally non-functional is common for everybody, like example, more look and feel or user friendly website, I can say that means that should be easily interactable, easily accessible. And second thing is like performance, like whatever the application you are going to be developing, at least minimum performance should be there. It should not be like when you click on some user on some button, after 5 minutes or 10 minutes the page will open. So by seeing that only, it's showing it's a very lack in the application. So such kind of a basic checking for all the links are opening or not, all the navigations happening as expected or not, that we need to check it. And also like functionalities, so at least you have to check the functionality more and more times before submitting to the college or before demo to somebody. Yourself you need to thoroughly express all the links are working, all the function, like all the forms are working or not, all the data is really going to the database as expected or not, all the validations happening or not, like means whether the, if I'm giving duplicate user id, will it accepting, so then how to overcome that problem. So likewise, whatever the application you started, work on that and do thoroughly test of that, and what are the issues you identified, rectify that. So for rectification, like the developers will help you, and also you have to initiate, and while you're doing, if you're stuck somewhere, developer will help you. But don't expect developer to do everything and just we will observe that. It is not like that. So you have to do the work, and you need to expose it, and people will help you. And also we are also not pull you, I mean the push you into the, a blind space or null space. So we will give you a initiation work for your project, like almost it is 70 to 80% is completed. So the remaining enhancements or the validations or the corrections, whatever is required for project, that you need to do, that you have to take care by the help of the developers. That way we are planning to do that. So similarly, what existing a have available in the application, you need to thoroughly check it, and if there is an issue, if there is a bug, you have to fix it, you have to resolve that. So likewise, you have to understand the existing functionality, and also you need to enhance the functionality for a next level, so that the college people also will satisfy, okay, they did some work on this project. So likewise, you have to enhance it, and you also will understand, you also will feel it, like what changes you made, really it will give you a more satisfaction on that, and it will define your role or your responsibility on the project. So that is very important. So that way you need to understand, you need to start your work with project from Monday onwards. That is what the minimum expectation from our side. And similarly, as I mentioned, right, like wherever you stuck somewhere, it will be always resolvable, and we will help you to sort it out. And now, before starting the project, what is the requisites for your from your side? Means one is installations. So whoever doing the project, maybe single team level, whatever it is, it's a from your side, it's okay for us. But installation mandatory, means because if you want to start a project, definitely the required software should be there in your mission. Otherwise, we can't do anything. So for that only, we are inviting the people last week, last few, I mean that last week onwards, but a few of people came, few are not able to come due to so many reasons, but it's not an issue. If still like Monday onwards also, like whoever not installed your missions, please come and do installation, and I will be there at office, and along with me some more folks also will be there. They will help you to installation, and I am also will be there from almost morning 10 to evening 6 o'clock. I will be there at office, so I'm also available. So as much like as time you can spend, and do the first, the foremost thing is installation of all the required softwares. And even online class also I covered this thing. I even have the videos in the in your groups, like installing. But still, as I mentioned, right, online is somewhat always rare thing. No problem, like if you're not yet done, please I'm welcome you to do that at office. If you're not able to do by seeing the video, yes, you can do. If you're getting problem, call me. Anything is okay, but ultimately installation has to be done. So that is how you take the path, it is up to you. But as I mentioned already, so for Java, what we required, sir, means we required JDK and Eclipse, Apache Tomcat, and after that MySQL. Yeah. So these are the softwares we required to, and if possible, you can install even Git also. Yeah, these are the softwares which are required for Java people. Okay. For Python people, so obviously you require to install the Python 3.x, that is the latest version, and after that PyCharm. PyCharm, you can go for community version because it's a free source. Unnecessarily we can't go for paid versions. Python community, and as well as you have to install the Django in PyCharm. So that I already teach you how to do that, but again if you have doubt, we'll help you. And the last one, as I mentioned, MySQL. Okay. So these are the required components for respect to technology projects. So you have to install the required things for start your project. Okay. So similarly here, I'm just changing that. Yeah, even Python people also, whoever wants to store your all the inputs in the Git, you can install the Git also. Why we require Git? See, for project development, Git is not at all required, but to share your code or to showcase your code to someone, Git is required. So Git is really useful when you want to put your code into online. Yes, it will be useful, and if it is not required, you can ignore it. It's up to you. Okay, but generally that is the approach what we will do. So even if you have the Google Drive or somewhere you want to place your code, it's up to you. But just to make it online, you can use any central repository. Okay. So this is the first requirement. So installation, so you need to install all the softwares which are required for our project, otherwise we can't start project. Okay. The second thing, obviously, like practice the foundation. So the foundation whatever we covered in the last 1 month, so that you need to practice. That means practice in the sense you have to try the all the aspects what we covered so far by seeing the videos and by taking the help of the developers. Okay. For example, if you are already done, this step is completed. Let's say example, if X person completed installation and practice the foundation, then you go for third step. Likewise, the stepwise you have to start, like practice the foundation means, like for Java and Python, I already given the set of classes. It's not like more than even 5 to 6 class, like hardly creation of the project basic level there. Hello. Yeah, I hope you. Do you have any doubt as of now? Does anyone any concern or any doubt as of now? Is it clear as of now? Can anyone confirm so that I can continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So second thing is practice the foundation, as I mentioned. So here couple of classes I covered, like example creation of the dynamic web application in either Java or Python, and creation of the templates like HTML pages, and apply the some basic styles, and also like data sending and receiving, like submitting the forms and receiving, and the finally database integration. So these are the few topics you need to practice before to go for your live application, because the same concepts only you can able to identify, you can able to do in your real time application also. So same things only, but it will be replicated multiple times. Like example I will tell you, database operation like the insert and select, the two operations, the two operations mostly it will be repeated for every project at least 50 to 60 times. That means in your project level you may perform the same insert and same retrieval operation at least 50 to 60, 50, at least I mean sorry, at most 50 to 60 times, at least it is 20 times. So you just understand how repeatedly you are doing the same work. So if you do that practice, if you understand the basic that insert a retrieval, yet your project you may not feel that something is new, it is very easy to understand. So that is the way you have to do the practice. And this practice also, if you really wants to offline, yes, we are welcome you people come to the office and do the practice, clarify your all doubts. Maybe it takes 2 days, hardly 3 days, I mean at most it is taking, see, 5 days, like 1 week of time. But after that you are really expertise in that particular area, you can start your project. But if you are really already done that part, yes, it is very fantastic and you can start project immediately. This is the second thing you have to take care. And third thing, payment has to be clear, because the fourth step will be, as I mentioned, so whoever completed the first three steps, the fourth step we will give the code for your project. That means the initiation code, like a design part, I can say that the basic design template like look and feel, and the basic operations, like example basic login and registration, these operational code will provide you with you. I can say that a skeleton for your project will provide you. On that, first we will explain you what are there and what to be do to the extension, like what is already there in the project and what is actually your project, like what are the functional requirements we are defined for the project, and what is the scope of your project. Like example, if you take some e-commerce, so what are the operations will be there and what will be we are proposing to do in that particular application. So what is there and what you need to develop in the application, so that all we will explain in the fourth step. So that is, once you complete the first two steps, you are eligible for the fourth step directly. That means if already done the first two, Monday you can directly come and you can go for fourth step. So that means your project directly you are starting your work and your journey will start from Monday onwards. But to get this code for basic skeleton code for the project and to start project, you have to complete the complete payment, like whatever the payment we decide, like almost 30 to 35 members already paid, but most of the other people not yet paid. So that people has to pay that amount and we have to continue the other work, because once we coming to that, the remaining process will be going on the spot, like on the moment, smoothly. And so payment should be cleared for the respective person who are opting the respective title. And after that, fourth step, as I mentioned, we will explain what to do and what are there in the project and what is the need to be developed in the project, and also how to develop the project. That is also will explain, like how to develop or how to add the functionalities. So that part will be carry on. So that is explanation of the project along with your work. And sixth one, testing, as I mentioned just before the this steps, like after we given the coding, we given the coding to you. So as I mentioned, so you need to perform a thorough testing of the functionalities, like validations and everything. So you need to work on that part first of all, like you need to test it, you need to fix it. For example, log some registration already there, example I will tell you. So while you are performing the registration, it is accepting the duplicate mobile number, assume that it is accepting the duplicate email. So as per real-time scenario, mobile number and email should not be allowed as a duplicate because it is a unique things. So now you need to do that particular validation, like how to do, we'll explain. So now it is your duty to implement that functionality in the application and you have to overcome that problem. Likewise, you need to test each and every screen what is there and each and every functionality what is already available, and you need to fix for everything as per the real-time scenarios. And then after that particular test and fixing, so once the testing completed and fixing completed, okay, now seventh one is enhancements. So we will suggest some enhancement for each project as a new trendy points. Like example, if something is already there, what is newly you develop in your project? So most of the college people will ask like this question: what is specialty of your project? What you did something which is not there in the market, or whatever what you develop which is really impact the application. So such kind of features will identify and will tell you that you need to develop by the again taking the help of the guides or developers or me, but you have to develop that points. Definitely it might impact your application and it will give you a more strength to your application. And finally the eighth step will be reporting, obviously. So reports. So finally will help you to generate a complete end-to-end report for your application, like from abstract to conclusion. So what are the things we required for our like as for the college index, what are the things we required will help you to frame that report end to end in every aspect. So once it is done, we'll sign off the project. So this is the way how we will do the project. And don't like what we can say that hesitate yourself like to start your project or to start your work. So please as soon as possible, like as soon as like early you can start your project and involve more on the project and take more inputs from the guides or from me and do more work, so that you can understand more and you can deliver the things more. So that will give you more satisfaction also. This is all about the process how we will start the live project or real time project for your all titles. So from Monday onwards, so this is the steps you need to be follow. So whoever in which step, like for example, if some X person done the installation, practice the completed, payment is clear, then go start the code for project from Monday. For example, if some X person installation completed but practice not yet done, so come to the office, start the practice and do your work and take the help of the guys to understand the topics, and then clear the payment and start the project. And second, if not yet done anything, even installation also not done, do that. And one and two steps completed but payment not yet done, do the payment and start immediately. So likewise, in which step you are, accordingly you can plan it. But again and again I'm telling, see, we are the people who will guide you and will encourage you to do that, but we are not the people we will do instead of you. So you have to start your work and understand your work and start it. Again I'm telling, it is the maybe final call, I can say that. No, like we can't repeatedly say that start work or do work. See, it is your work, it is your responsibility, start everything on the plan. So we are only the people will encourage you and will showcase a path. If you have any problem, or if you, as I mentioned already, some people even yesterday also send some message like we have some little problem understanding in the online. So as I mentioned already, so Monday onwards we are also welcome you offline. So whoever facing online is really problem for you, yes, you can come to the office, you can start your work, there's no issues with us. So you can start your work in offline office also. So we are always we are welcome that also. So that issue I think solved, like offline or online there is no issue now. So if you are want to offline, come to the offline. If you want online, do the online, there is no issue in that. Now the second, take initiation from your side now, like to start your work and do that. But we can't like again timings also, it's not like only 2 to 3 only eligible, 4 to 5, it's not like that. Morning 10 to evening 6 we are eligible, available. Whichever time you convenient, come and sit and start your work. So we don't force you or insist you to come for some particular time or some only few hours. If you want to stay for 3 hours, you can stay here. If you want to stay only 1 hour, yes, stay here, that also, that is also okay for us. And this is like what exactly from my side. So if you have anything else, you can, as I mentioned yesterday also, like if you have anything personal, if you want to talk, you can ping me in WhatsApp to my number, so I will reply to that. So that's all about the project guidelines, and I hope see as much as people on the office from Monday onwards, so you can start your work from Monday. So that's what we can expect. So if any doubts from your side, you can ask me now. So that is all about topics like what I want to cover today, I covered. So from your side, if anything is there, please ask me, or else happy Friday. So Monday we'll meet. So if anyone have any doubt, please ask me.
సార్
Yeah.
కోడింగ్ మీరు చెప్తారా? లేకపోతే హింట్స్ ఇస్తే మేము చేయడమా అంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్‌లో?
ప్రాజెక్ట్లో సీనన్నా సి టూ థింగ్స్ హియర్. ప్రాజెక్ట్లో కోడింగ్ ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పినట్టే మీ టైటిల్కి సంబంధించిన ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. ఫస్ట్ ఆ కోడింగ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారు. సో దానిలో ఉన్న ఇష్యూస్ని ఫస్ట్ మీకు ఏంటంటే డైరెక్ట్గా పెద్ద కోడింగ్ ఇవ్వకుండా చిన్న చిన్న ఇష్యూస్ని ఉన్న కోడ్లో మీకు ఫిక్స్ చేయమంటారు. ఒక్కసారి మీరు దానికి అలవాటు పడ్డాక న్యూ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ చేయమంటారు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద హౌ వీ విల్ డూ ద ప్రాసెస్, బట్ వీల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఫస్ట్. It's not like
ఓకే.
directly giving that and to start your work, it's not like that. First we'll explain and then we'll ask you to do something.
ఓకే సార్. థ్యాంక్
Yeah,
యూ.
yeah. So what will be the schedule? One second, someone asked the question in the chart, just a second. What will be the schedule for project, like topics you cover first, like topics you go, I'm not getting the question, Anna. Can someone elaborate this question? Now someone asked the question, so can you elaborate it? Can you speak up? Like which technology you start first? It's not like that. As I mentioned, right? It's not like Java first, Python next. It's not like that. All the time, all the people will welcome. It's irrespective of the technology. You are welcome to the office, and you can start from Monday onwards. If you are Java or Python, you can come on Monday, you can start your work. It's not like the Java on Monday or Python on Tuesday. It's not like that. Everyone welcome on every day. I hope you clear your question. Is it does it answer your question? I think some VD is there, but I'm not sure what is his name. But I hope I cleared your question. Any other questions? If you have, you can ask me, Nana, or else we can wind up. So please ask me if you have any questions. You can feel free to ask. Yes, front end, back end at a time, exactly. Because application level, it's not like that. Front end, back end, both are separated. It's a end-to-end application. I can say that end-to-end. It's not like front end, back end, middle end, and back end. Three will be together. We will work as a project. End-to-end, I can say that. So front end, like design, and then database, and then coding. In between coding, the mapping. So three things will be go together, align as a application. So it's end-to-end. I can say that. Yeah, I hope no questions is coming. So I hope everyone is clear as of now. So I'm expecting more people on Monday. And also I'm saying that please convey the same message to your friends and near and dear and your sections. So convey the same message so that everyone will aware it and they can start their work also. Okay. Even I will share this the same thing in the group chat also. But still you can share it in more convinced way. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Nana. Take care and happy weekend. Enjoy. Okay. So Monday we'll meet. Bye. Maybe whatever time you can meet, I'm not sure. But Monday will I'm hoping to meet you. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Take care.